Advaita Vedanta interpretations of biblical texts. Here I'm looking at some text from the Bible in a non-dual perspective. Again, you have heard that it was said to the people long ago, "Do not break your oath, but fulfill to the Lord the vows you have made. But I tell you, do not swear an oath at all, either by heaven, for it is God's throne, or by earth, for it is his footstool, or by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great King. And do not swear by your head, for you cannot make even one hair white or black." All you need to say is simply yes or no. Anything beyond this comes from the evil one. The non-dual interpretation: effortless awareness has no need to swear oaths, no need to believe in heaven, in brackets, your eternal being, for that is the realm of the absolute. No need to believe in earth, in brackets, the personalized realm. No need to believe in Jerusalem, society's false systems. Do not swear oaths by your head, personalized realm of thinking. Effortless being simply responds yes or no. Effortless being is free from the constraints and filters of the story of you, personalized realm, and responds simply and authentically with a yes or no. Anything beyond this comes from the story of you, your ego, the evil one, and is therefore false. Back to the Bible. You have heard that it was said, "Love your neighbour and hate your enemy." But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, that you may be children of your Father in heaven. He causes his sun to rise on the evil and the good, and sends rain on the righteous and the unrighteous. If you love those who love you, what reward will you get? Are not even the tax collectors doing that? And if you greet only your own people, what are you doing more than others? Do not even pagans do that? Be perfect, therefore, as your heavenly Father is perfect. The non-dual interpretation: all is one. Neighbours and enemies are the same eternal, infinite awareness. Transcend the personal realm and recognize your true nature as the infinite, eternal, effortless being. We are all children of the Absolute. When this is seen, then we are in heaven and recognize our true nature. We see truth in every being, regardless of the good and evil that arises within their false self, in brackets, personalized realm. The sun and rain, effortless being, make no distinction between the righteous and the unrighteous. The sun and the rain, effortless being, is impersonal and therefore eternal and untainted. You are the sun and the rain. You are the effortless being. Seeing this is entering the kingdom of heaven. Seeing this is self-realization. Be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others, to be seen by them. If you do, you will have no reward from your Father in heaven. So, when you give to the needy, do not announce it with trumpets, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and on the streets, to be honoured by others. Truly I tell you, they have received their reward in full. But when you give to the needy and do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your giving may be in secret, then your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. The interpretation. Do not live in the false realm of the story of you. This is where the ego rules and all is false, and any rewards are hollow and without meaning. Engaging in the personal realm, in brackets the story of you, is inauthentic. Live in effortless awareness where the awareness is aware of itself. Your Father who sees what is done in secret. Your reward is the simplicity of being and the peace that manifests through you and plays out in the personalized realm. Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moths and vermin destroy and where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourself treasures in heaven, where moths and vermin do not destroy, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will also be. The eye is the lamp of the body. If your eyes are healthy, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eyes are unhealthy, your whole body will be full of darkness. If then the light within you is darkness, how great is that darkness? No one can serve two masters. Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. The interpretation. The relative, personal realm holds nothing that lasts. Those that chase the forms of the material world will never be fulfilled. Instead, look within, as that is where you will find your true nature. The treasure is where the heart is. See what is false. Allow the eyes to see the light of truth. If you see from the perspective of the story of you, you are filtering reality and living in confusion and fear. If your eyes are unhealthy, you are in darkness. No one can believe in the relative, personal realm and believe in the absolute, effortless being. You can't serve two masters. The personalized realm lives in a world of duality, hate and love. The relative cannot serve both the absolute and the world of forms, as that is dualistic, and our absolute nature is oneness. Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, or what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes? Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? The interpretation. We create our own suffering by identifying as the voice in the head. This voice, the story of you, lives in fear and concern. Our psychological suffering is created because we believe we are our thoughts, and we create our own internal hell by worrying. The birds of the air are free from such psychological pain. They are free and they are fed. Recognize your true nature as effortless awareness, and you'll be free from suffering, and your material needs will be met. You can waste most of your life worrying. It adds not a single hour to your life.